Welcome back everyone to Pinely Plays the Rune-keeper, and let's see what the folks at Ecad Eregion have to say for us.
Hail, friend, and well met.
If only these were new tidings you bring me, Pinestone. Alas, we have ourselves seen signs of the company's passing. I fear they have already been discovered. Nevertheless, we must take no chances. There is much work to be done. Alright, so this is continuing the line with the fellowship.
Sweelad Melon, will you stay a moment?
Our own scouts discovered another campsite to the east and somewhat north of here, just beyond Torek Bornagal and Tornak Karagor. We fear, too, is a remnant of the company's passing. Go there, Pinestone, and search for any items possibly left behind. It is clear that certain members of the company are not to be careful as they should be. Or not as careful as they should be, yes. If you find anything, return at once to me. Okay? Hello. I have some disturbing news.
What can I do for you?
Well met and welcome to Ecad Eregion. What news do you bring from Gwenris? Half-orc stealing worm eggs? Yes, I know somewhat of this. Let's speak further of the matter. Okay, what do you know of this?
Stay a moment.
A host of Rivendell has a number of trackers skilled with the art of subtlety and stealth in the wild. Though few can rival the tawny lynx in these traits. His coat is like a fleeting shadow in the holly trees, and he stalks his prey unseen with nary a sound. Go and hunt these lynx and bring me back their pelts. With a few of their hides, I will be able to fashion cloaks for our trackers that will let them stalk with the same skill as the lynx of Eregion. You are kidding me, of course. Wearing the coat of a lynx is going to make them as stealthy as a lynx? I don't think so. And there is a saying in Rivendell amongst the trackers, where the warg howls, there also the orc prowls. With these cloaks, we will be able to ensure that no wargs will establish themselves in fair Eregion. Our hunters, so slyly robed, will not allow it. Well, yes, I guess so. Now, what about Pembar?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Oh yes, Pembar! Pinestone, we are in need of your aid. To the northeast are the ruins of Pembar. My scouts have followed the arrival of half-orcs from Isengard. Yes, I've been there. What their exact purpose is, we do not know, but the scouts also seen many worm eggs in the place. Perhaps if you thin the numbers of the half-orcs, you will find some clue as to their purpose. Well, I got the impression that they're breeding them from the note I read. They are newly come to Pembar, but they have come in strength. When you have performed this deed, return to me, and we will continue our discussion. So I need to kill half-orcs in Pembar. Seeing that I've already killed a few there, that shouldn't prove too difficult a task.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
Greetings, Pinestone! Your efforts in the north have spread your fame far and wide amongst our kindred. I have a task for you, if you would accept it. Half-orcs in the service of Saruman the White have overrun the ruins of Pembar to the northeast. What they seek I cannot say, but they defile the ancient rune of my ancestors. I ask that you go there and search through the rubble piles. Perhaps you might find something that might explain Saruman's interest in Pembar. Alright, so we need to search some rubble. So let us head out to Pembar, search some rubble. And kill some half-orcs. I'm just gonna... Hey, they hit hard, don't they? Alright, there we go. Good. Now, it's not my intention to kill all the lynx I need on the way there. I'm just going to hit the ones that I see on the way. Now you know, that's getting old. I still haven't figured out what a lynx does in order to stun somebody. There, now that's an epic conclusion. But I do want the search rubble. I'll put that one on the quest guide focus. Since my main intent here is to get to the half-orcs. And the links are just a side issue until I finish with the half-orcs. Now, I am not going straight after the company's campsite, since that goes off into another direction. And the final one in there has you doing a timed quest at the end. Alright, there you go. I don't know, usually I have to hunt around looking for these links. Now it looks like I'm finding them quite easily. I could almost run into 10 of them just by walking to the quest point. A Helene lynx. Alright. You've asked for it. There you go. Alright. Well, we're halfway there on the links. And now we're getting into... Yeah, they're occasionally... When I say that I'm not going to go out of my way, that's enough out of my way. Perhaps if I got time on the way back, I'll take them, or I'll just go out for a couple extra. Right now, I'm interested in the half-orcs. Now, we also have some badgers around here. And this is also an area where you start to see some... Well, now we're getting back to where the birds are. But there are also some wargs and wolves around here. And of course, half-orcs, like this one. And now the half-orcs are what we are after. And we'll see what we do on this. Ah, they're not too tough. And there you go. Now, usually when I do this zone, I already have a legendary item. Because I normally run over to the gates of Moria, do that at level 45. And then come back here afterwards in order to handle this. But this time, I'm going to say that I am going to do the legendary item quest a little bit earlier than some of the other outside quests. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do a Chimera Bell yet or not. That's going to be... Probably depends on what level I am. If I'm level 51, then I might go into Moria. If I'm level 50, I'll probably do a Chimera Bell. So it'll be dependent on that. But I'll probably do the intro to Moria, so that way I can do some questing in Dunan to do that initial raising of the legendary item to level 10. I thought that might be a good way to make that work on it. But I think that's where it would be on the flow, because I don't know about the quest giver to enter into Moria yet. Or, you know, so it's an RP reason why I'm not doing it now. In that I would find out about that when I get to Ekatadan, and then I'll see this dwarf standing there. So that's sort of my plans at the moment. I may change that, of course. Now, the other advantage of delaying it, of course, is that I can do all the side quests, because I've never actually done the side quests on any character other than a warden. I think I've done it 3 times on the warden, because 3 of my wardens have waited until they were about level 50 before doing the intro for the legendary item. Most of my other characters went in around 45, 46. And skipped all the side quests, because the side quests can be a little daunting when you're in there. Now there should be one more piece of rubble. Ah, here it is. Hello. And oh, yeah, I'm gonna have all 8 pieces of rubble before I finish the half-orcs. Let's see. Ooh. Like when that gets off properly. Alright, so I'm at 10 of 15 and all rubble done. Now I just need to find a few half-orcs, and as you can see in this area, that shouldn't be too difficult of a task. Well, finding the half-orcs shouldn't be too difficult. But so far it doesn't look like killing them has been too difficult of a task either. So we will have to return here on a couple of occasions, since this is back in the old school style of send you to the same place about 3 or 4 times and until you're sick of it by the time you do that. There we go. Alright, let's see, we have yeah, I know I'm too far away. I'm trying to stay too far away, so I don't think I need an error message telling me that I'm too far away. I'm just the distance I want to be. Out of melee range. I don't need to hit them with rocks. Really? I mean, do you really want to go around hitting them? I mean, it's not exactly a priority that I think, is going around hitting the enemy with a rock while you're blasting them with spells. Well, they insist on giving you an error message for it. I guess that's one advantage of hunters, when they give their... They don't get such an error message, since, well, they always have a bow equipped, and of course wardens always have javelins equipped, so they always have something to attack with when they're at range. Now, let's see. We might as well take care of those links now, since we managed to get through those half-orcs fairly expediently. And if we got 5 going from the camp, then maybe we should run to 5 going to the camp. Now, frankly, I think that she is overrating the elusiveness of these links, since I've seen I have no trouble finding them or killing them. Alright. No trouble at all. No. Been a while since I've used that skill. I'm not even too sure it's too useful when you're soloing. Well, it does some damage. Alright, there we go. And the links. That's 9. Yeah, so we got... Yeah, we found plenty of them, so I had no trouble when ignoring them on the way to... Well, not ignoring them, but just taking the ones I see. Alright, that's the last one I need. No, that wasn't. He didn't drop a pelt. Never mind. Don't count your pelts before you skin them. Now that's one. Done. Alright. Yeah, alright. Let's head back. Turn in 3 quests. And that should do it. And this is going to be the last episode before they post 14.1, which hopefully will take care of that little skirmish captain bug. But we don't know about that yet. Alright, let's first talk about
May Govanen.
Runes of Pembar. It appears, Pinestone, that there are still fragments of many relics remaining at Pembar. There may yet be record of lore that should not come into Saruman's possession, alright?
You may be of service to me.
Pinestone, it is vital that these half-orcs do not bring their bounty to Saruman the White. There's no telling what mischief a wizard might put the relics of the elves to. Go to Pembar, my friend. Defeat the half-orcs and wrest from them any relics and trinkets you may find. They cannot be allowed to fulfill their task. Pembar, yeah, I know where Pembar is. You can imagine, I just killed all those half-orcs, and not a single one dropped a relic because I didn't have this quest yet. This is ridiculous old schoolness. I'm sure today they would have had the relics drop on the right away, give you an auto-bestow quest. You come back and says, oh, you found these nice, wonderful relics. Alright.
How can I be of service?
These are pine pelts, Pinestone. I will begin to work on the cloaks at once. If only Aragorn were with us. He was spent much time tracking in these lands and would lend us much aid in the battles to come. Yeah, but I think he's on a more important quest right now, so I guess we'll just have to live with him not being here. Alright. Interesting. I don't know why that. I don't know why the cloak I have is rated stronger than this one. I mean, 30 will. More critical rating, more tactical master rating. I mean, that sounds like a rather sweet cloak, in my opinion.
What do you need?
So the number of worm eggs was much greater than we first believed, and what is more, the half-orcs do not seem concerned by them. I told you before! There's a letter! They're trying to breed the things! Excuse me. I fear they are part of Saruman's plans. We shall have to deal with this threat at once.
Will you lend me your ear?
Alas, I fear the half-orcs are breeding these worms. Thank you, you finally figured it out! For the service of their master. What terrible strength Saruman could wield in the north with these beasts at his command. We must put an end to this threat, Pinestone. Return to Pembar and destroy as many of the eggs as you can before they hatch. As well, find the Worm Master and defeat him. Our scouts say that they have seen a half-orc in the company of a worm wandering the ruins of Pembar. The ruins, yes, I know where they are. So we have to kill Foxer's Worm Master and destroy worm eggs. Now, and since you take this quest,
Maid of Onan, might you spare a moment of your time?
the threat to Pembar the ruins of Pembar are a sad place, once filled with music and harps from the soft tap of jewelers' hammers. Now it is filled with the stench of rotten flesh and evil beasts. One of these monsters has been spreading the filth of his kind throughout the ruins of Pembar, a great worm, Nethgark. Go to Pembar and seek out this worm sire. Without him, this line of worms will fail. Pembar is northeast of Ekad. Yes, I've been told that about 6 trillion times by now. Alright, that's it for the quest here. And therefore, next time we will return to Pembar and get some elf relics, take care of the worm sire, break some eggs, and find the worm master. All of this in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper.